Hi, I'm here with Brain Street Media. This is Tom Reed. He's running for U.S. Congress. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for coming out this afternoon.
Thank you. I would just like to ask you how you feel about not just the Tea Party movement, but all the different revolutionary movements going on today in the country.
Well, you know, we've been traveling the district now for well over 10 months, and I'll tell you, we're meeting so many good people, and they're part of all the different groups that you're referencing, and it's great. It's great to see people getting involved. That's what we need. That's what this nation needs, and I'm so glad it's happening, and I'm so glad to be a part of it.
And I was just going to ask you what you plan to do if you do make it into Congress to steer this country in a little bit better direction than where it's going.
The fundamental thing is get back to the basics. Start at the Constitution, talk about individual accountability and responsibility, get back to fiscal responsibility and fiscal conservatism, really looking at income and expenses, and having been a small business owner, you got to balance the books, because if we continue on the path we're on right now, the American way of life is going to be bankrupt, and it's not going to be here for tomorrow. That's not acceptable.
How do you feel about states' rights versus the federal government's powers?
That's a fundamental constitutional provision. The issue is federal government is supposed to be limited, it's supposed to be small. Let the state and the local governments take care of the problems. They're best suited to deal with issues in the backyard. So recognize the limited role of federal government. That's what we stand with, that's what we believe, and give it to the states and to the local governments.
Just one more question. How do you feel about the health care bill and the electronic medical records and the fact that they're planning on using RFID chips along with that?
The health care bill, I cannot believe it made its way through Congress and was signed into law in America. We spoke loud and clear as a nation, especially when we saw what happened over in Massachusetts. And it's another sign of what's going on in America. Politicians these days, they're just not listening. They're not representing us. They have a mentality that they know better, so just don't worry about it, we're going to take care of you. No, the individuals know better. Respect the individuals and give it back to them. And always be diligent on our government.
While we're on that topic, do you feel that there's anything behind the scenes that had to do with Eric Massa's resignation right around the time he was standing out against the health care bill so strongly? Or?
I just see it, the situation with the former congressman is an individual issue that he has to deal with. He has to look himself in the mirror and have to handle. And he stood up against the health care bill because it wasn't liberal enough. He was a single payer advocate. He voted no on the health care bill, and the record's clear that he wanted one government control of health care, being a single payer plan, which is government run health care from the top to the bottom. So to say he was somehow targeted when he's out there advocating for a more liberal and more government-sponsored health care bill, I seriously question that. So I think what it is he has some issues to deal with personally, and we'll let him answer those questions.
All right, well, thank you very much, and good luck in your campaign.
Appreciate it. Keep up the good work.
You too. Thank you.